The axillary artery enters the axillary fossa as the direct continuation of the subclavian artery. As discussed previously, the axillary artery is surrounded by the cords of the brachial plexus. The vessel is classified into three parts by pectoralis minor. These are the proximal, the middle, and the distal thirds. Therefore, in order to expose the branches of the axillary artery, the inserting part of pectoralis minor muscle must be transected and reflected. The proximal part of the axillary artery gives rise to the supreme thoracic artery, which supplies the first two intercostal spaces. Another vessel from this part is the thoracoacromial trunk. The latter is a short vessel which gives small branches that supply the pectoral girdle. These are the acromial, the deltoid, the clavicular, and the pectoral branches. The middle third gives origin to the lateral thoracic, and the subscapular arteries. The former artery runs along the long thoracic nerve on the lateral side of the thorax. The subscapular artery is a short, thick vessel which splits into two. The thoracodorsal artery runs inferiorly, and the circumflex scapular artery, which heads posteriorly. The latter exits the axillary fossa through the medial axillary hiatus. The third part of the axillary artery gives origin to the anterior and posterior circumflex humeral arteries, which wind around the surgical neck of the humerus. The posterior circumflex humeral artery passes through the lateral axillary hiatus along with the axillary nerve. At the inferior edge of pectoralis major muscle, the axillary artery changes name and becomes the brachial artery.